So I was called out to a holiday let and they said, look, we've got a leaking waste pipe. Now I thought, right, something's not quite right here. So as you can see, that is actually just an elbow that's been pushed up inside. So I thought, that's quite odd. So I took the nuts off of the insinkerator and it didn't fit anything, didn't fit any sort of pipework. Well, it got me thinking, well, why isn't it stinking? Why doesn't it smell? Because surely there needs to be some sort of trap, but is the trap built internally to the insinkerator? So I give it a Google, and this is what I found. So it looks as though they do that own trap, because a normal trap wouldn't really go on. But there we go. There's that fitting, look. As you can see, it's just a normal elbow that they pushed up inside, and that somehow must have held for a little while. But why doesn't it stink? Well, it's because it just runs to a gully outside. But I'm going to be putting on a McAlpine trap. Now, to put on a McAlpine trap, you're going to need a little converter. So you can pick these up loads of places. And basically what it does is it puts a nice flat surface for the trap washer to squeeze up to. The thing is with the insinkerator, it's concaved or chamfered in. And that way it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't seal up. It would just either eat into the little black washer, or it will push it out the way and it just wouldn't work. But as you can see, that's what was in there before, so it's a funny looking thing. Looks very similar to the inside of this adjustable P-trap. Now I've had to get an adjustable one. I've cut it down on the adjustment so it can go as high as possible, because it's pretty much straight out. So we're just going to cut that down. That will allow us to be able to put it in place and it go nicely in line. So we're going to put that back together. Now, one of the other things is you could tell from that elbow, it's actually an 1.25 elbow. Now, traditionally, kitchen sink waste are 1.5 or 40 mil. So we're going to have to put a little reducer inside of it. Now, yes, I could have replaced it all the way through, but I didn't have a core drill. I'd have to go and grab a core drill from home. And it's been working fine since. It's a short run, it doesn't get used very often, and it's got an insinkerator, so anything going down, it's going to get chewed up anyway before it goes down. So I'm just going to be putting a reducer set inside. So because it's a McAlpine trap, it does have the collar inside of it, so there is another sleeve that goes into the pipe which reduces the size down anyway. But we're going to remove that. We've just got some long nose pliers, just pull that out of the way so that we can get our reducer set straight inside. So we've pretty much got all of that pulled out, so let's have a look, see what we need to do. So we're just going to check that that fits in nicely and it goes all the way to the back, and it does, it fits in there nice. So now all we need to do is we need to grab ourselves the washer, put the washer over. And you can see it's plenty deep enough that will go inside and that will seal up. Now using the red ring, do you need the red ring? Well, you don't really need it too much if you're putting a reducer in. But what I thought I was going to do is have a look, see whether or not it goes over. It doesn't go over, but I'm going to put it the other side just to widen it out and make sure that it pushes in the rubber nicely all the way around. So we slip that black rubber all the way to the bottom. Now we're just going to push it in. We're going to tighten it up. We're going to have a look, see how it feels. So plenty tight. And that's looking all good, so we can put that straight on now. So we just need to get ourselves some glue and then we can put it in. But first off, we need to just cut it back ever so slightly. As you can tell, that pipe just comes a little bit too far forward. So we cut that off and now we're just going to glue it up. So just get plenty of glue around the actual pipe itself. And this is just some solvent cement. We've just got some Arctic K solvent cement. Or just pick up whatever's available. Whatever's available in the merchant, I don't know. Everyone tells me that Black Swan is supposed to be very good stuff, so I might actually give that a go next. Because this pot is basically at the end, and as you can tell, I'm leaning it right over, trying to get the last few little drips out, just to do this one fitting. So I'm going to put that inside of the fitting as well. Just make sure that that pushes all the way over. Now I always start at a different angle and twist, so make sure that that glue is all of the way around the fitting. Tighten that up, And we just want to do that hand tight. Now we just want to make sure that that doesn't cross thread as well. So as soon as you feel any sort of real resistance, you want to start again and make sure that you push it up as straight as possible. Now, something, if it is quite tight, if you take off the union between the elbow and the actual U-bend trap, if you loosen that off, then you can get a better angle. Sometimes it's easier to put that one on after, or just loosen it up. So I've loosened it up, tighten that one on, and then I can tighten up that one that goes from the U-bend to the elbow. So tighten that all up, and this is all just hand tight. Don't need any tools for anything like this when it comes to traps and waste. And there we go. Make sure that's all nice and tight. Now we can run it and give it a test. So let's run it. Get it on full and just check for any leaks. And that all looks good. It all seems to be flowing away nicely. Pipe work was nice and clear, and as you can see, it's a short run to a gully. So that's why it wasn't smelling. So there we go, just a nice short video today. I'm still kind of off work at the minute. I'm back next week, so just feeling a bit rough this week. So I thought, right, I need to take a little bit of time off just to recover. And that was just one little job that I did earlier this morning. And I thought, well, get my camera out and film it. I weren't there very long, as you can tell, 6 minutes. Literally, that was as long as it took. There's no real editing on that video. It was a nice, easy job. So what am I doing next week? What you got to look forward to? Well, I'm actually doing, for the first time, I'm fitting a boiler. Actually booking in some heating work. Well, the first time since I've been self-employed. So working with a friend, and we're going to be putting in some boilers. And I need to start getting some stuff done for my portfolio. Because I'm at Viva Training up in Halifax, which is doing my gas, ready for my ACS. So I need to start getting some gas work in, start doing those sorts of jobs. So, bit of heating coming. Anyway, if you like that video, well, you probably didn't, because it wasn't the most interesting. I'm not feeling too well. But if you like that sort of thing, or you want some better stuff, you can hit the subscribe button below. Peace out. Love you all. Bye-bye.